Hello guys, welcome to my new video. In this video I am going to tell you guys routing in Angular. This is a very important topic and very important concept, and it's very important to learn the concept of this phenomena, how routing works in Angular. Of course, you guys will be familiar about routing, and in this video I will tell you tell you guys how routing works and how we can implement this routing and set up routing in our project. For the convenience of you guys, you can code along with me. This is a good news for you guys. So how you can code that? Initially, for the start project, I have uploaded that project on my GitHub handler. If you see below the description of the video, you will see GitHub handler URL. You can simply download that project, run in your local machine, and once you do that, and of course you will do npm install, and also after that ngserve. Once you run that project in your local machine, so this project will look like this in your local machine. So there will be three components. I have created these components initially for you guys, and these components are: one is home, other is servers, and the other component is users. So for now I am displaying data of all three components on a single page. As you see, home components, server components data, and also users components data, all data is being displayed on a single page. If you see the code of that, you see in app component.html all three components are registered: app home, app users, app servers. So task of this video is that how we will differentiate our setup, routing, and each component will load or render in the DOM when we navigate to that route. For example, for the user component, that should show up when we write something here, users, and we get to hit enter, then only users data will show up. And same thing will be for servers component. When we write servers in the URL, then server data will show up. And of course, for the home component, if we leave the URL empty like this, then that home component's data should show up. This is our task, and we are going to do that in this video. So how we do that? First of all, we have to register the routing somewhere. Best place to register routing in an Angular application is Angular module. So there's a file called app.module.ts. When we get to that file, it looks like that, you see. So first of all, we have to actually define our routes. So here I am going to define a constant, and data type of that constant would be routes. So this will be an array. So remember guys, that route should be imported from routers in Angular @angular/routers. So as you see, I have added data type and it is automatically added here. So once that routes is added, now we are going to define our path. So first of all, our path will be home. For home, that will be empty path, and we will register components. So there will be home component we want to load on this path on when the URL is like localhost/4200, as you see here. On this URL, we want home component to load only. All the other two components, servers and user, we want those components not to be displayed. That should render when the URL is we will hit its URL or when we call that. So here we have registered one path. Same thing we will do for other two components. So I just copy and paste here. For users, we will call users component, and same thing will be for servers. We'll call servers component. There's important thing to note here, guys, all three components, home, user and server component, in this video we did not create that. When you download this project from a GitHub handler, you will have all these components already in that project, which is a test project, of course, I have developed for you guys, and you can just download and run on your machine. So the core purpose of this video is to only implement routing. So as you see, we have added 3 paths and we have registered components also. At that point of time, we have just defined routes, but we did not register these routes anywhere. So this code will do nothing for you at that point of time. So this is just initial setup. We have added routes value in a constant. We did not register that route anywhere. So as I said, this code will not do anything at this point of time. But how we register that? We will register that route in imports. Basically, we'll do router module, and here there will be a method called for route. There will be a method for route, and in this method we are going to add our semicolon will not come here. So in this method we have passed our constant values, which we just defined here. If you see that, we have just defined this constant in app route, and we passed these values in router module and for route. So we have registered that, but still that routing will not, if you see the application, I mean, if I just reload that also, still all three components are being displayed on a single page. So guys, do you know why this is not working? I will tell you why. So when we go to app.component.html, here we are still in this file, in this app.component.html, we are still listing app home, app users, app servers. We are still listing these components, and for routing we have to make some changes in this file also. So what I'm going to do here, I've just commented out this code, and what we will do is I am going to comment out this code also. So here we will do router outlet, and you see guys, this router outlet will just add router outlet instead of the name of those components. So once we have added that, we have added registered all the routes in app.module.ts also. So let's go to the application. Here you see, here our routing is working 100% how we want it, and if you see that we have that URL with localhost /4200, and only home component is being displayed. So all the two components, I mean the other two components, users and servers, those are gone, and those are not being displayed. How those components will show up? So those components will show up if we use users. You see, in the slash, when we added users, then we have already registered a component for this URL in our app.module.ts. Once we hit user, then user data will show up, and also same thing will be for server. If we hit if we write server and hit enter, now the server data is being displayed. So this is how routing works, and this is of course this is the basic of routing we have implemented so far, and I have also tried to explain I mean this concept in detail, also given you the code to practice for you guys. Also you can practice that and code along with me. Of course still these tabs will not work because we did not program anything for this tab. Purpose of this video is to just set up the routing and also let you know guys how routing work and how we can implement in our Angular project. So in next videos we will work more on this project, on the application, and also I will tell you more concepts and the other exciting and cool features about routing, how we can achieve that. Stay tuned, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.